metaphorical prizes.
Felix stretch.
Welcome, 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 welcome to the pub quiz.
Felix stretch.
You're all alone. Pub quiz.
Felix
We're all
stretch.
stuck at home. Pub quiz.
Felix
Come
stretch.
escape from the news. Pub quiz. Drink our
stretch.
virtual booze. Pub quiz.
Felix
But
stretch.
not in a pub. Pub quiz. Unless you
stretch.
live in a pub.
Felix stretch.
Welcome, 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 welcome to the pub quiz.
Felix
Don't
stretch.
Google for help. Pub quiz. You're
Felix
only
stretch.
cheating yourself. Pub quiz.
Felix
We've got
stretch.
massive prizes. Pub quiz.
Felix
Metaphorical prizes.
Felix stretch.
Welcome, 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 welcome to the pub quiz.
Felix
You're
stretch.
all alone. Pub quiz.
Felix
We're all
stretch.
stuck at home. Pub quiz.
Felix
Come escape
stretch.
from the news. Pub quiz.
Felix
Drink our
stretch.
virtual booze. Pub quiz.
Felix
But not
stretch.
in a pub. Pub quiz.
Felix
Unless you
stretch.
live in a pub.
Felix stretch.
Pub quiz.
Felix
You're
stretch.
all alone. Pub quiz.
Felix
We're all
stretch.
stuck at home. Pub quiz.
Felix
Come
stretch.
escape from the news. Pub quiz. Drink our
stretch.
virtual booze. Pub quiz.
Felix
But
stretch.
not in a pub. Pub quiz. Unless you live in a pub. Welcome, 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 welcome to the pub quiz. Don't Google for help. Pub quiz.
Hey, we're there.
Pub quiz.
Well, I think we're there.
Prizes. Pub quiz. Metaphorical
Out.
Welcome, 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 welcome to the pub quiz. You're all alone.
Anybody joining us? 15 concurrent viewers.
Pub quiz. Come escape from the news.
What does that look like?
Quiz. Drink our virtual booze. Pub quiz. But not in a pub. Pub quiz.
What a grainy image.
In a pub. Welcome, 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 welcome to the pub quiz.
Gosh, but it'll do.
Pub quiz. You're only cheating yourself. Pub quiz. We've got massive prizes. Pub quiz. Metaphorical prizes. Welcome, 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 welcome to the pub quiz.
Okay, you can go.
Pub quiz. We're all stuck at home. Pub
Oh, I've got some hellos. Hello, Kyle. Hello, Meg. Hello, Eclipse. Hello, hello. Bear with me while I look through these video settings to try to just sort out that picture quality. It's awful, isn't it? Awful.
welcome, 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 welcome to the pub quiz. Don't Google for help. Pub quiz.
YouTube streaming not optimal.
Massive prizes. Pub quiz. Metaphorical prizes.
Now let's see what this says.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the pub quiz.
Not optimal.
We're all stuck at home. Pub quiz. Come escape from the news. Pub quiz. Drink our virtual booze. Pub quiz. But not in a pub.
I wonder what it's to do with you.
Unless you live in a pub.
No, that doesn't let me do anything.
Pub quiz. You're all alone. Pub quiz. We're all stuck at home. Pub quiz. Come escape from the news. Pub quiz. Drink our virtual booze. Pub quiz. But not in a pub.
How do I change that?
Unless you live in a pub. Welcome, 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 welcome.
Yes, please. Yes. Yes. Something a bit more like that. Oh, Bency, thank you very much. I'm glad you like my haircut. Hello, Bomb6000. How are you all? How are you all? How are you all? The stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. We recommend you use a stream bitrate of that, 2500. How do I do that? Settings. Stream. Well, it doesn't tell me anything about bitrate. Output. Video. Okay. Much more bitrate. 2500, please. Is that going to kill my internet? Alright, apply. Oh, thanks, Pincy. Hey folks, while I mess around with the stream settings, why don't you head over to tiny.cc/ftpubquiz147 and sign up there. tiny.cc/ftpubquiz147. Go get yourself signed up. We will get going as ever at 7:30. Well, I've changed the bit, right? So I don't know why you're saying there. Thanks, hey there, Aria. Now, I got my haircut at a lovely little barber's for £12. I'm very happy about it. God, I was so looking forward to it as well. I went in last Wednesday and I said, hello, do you have any spots today? And they said, well, no, because there's a pandemic on, you see. And I said, yeah, fair enough. But they had a spot for me the next day, so I went in the next day. And I don't think I've ever looked forward to a haircut quite so much. Oh, it was marvellous. So do head over to tiny.cc/ftpubquiz147. That's tiny.cc/ftpubquiz147. Go get yourselves signed up there, please. We almost have a clear image. Almost. It'll have to do. One of these years I'll work out how to give you a clear image. The clear image that I think you deserve. Hey folks, how's the stream's health from your end? So I look at it from my end, but the difficulty is that because I'm sort of uploading and downloading, everything is slow and freezy. Is it sort of jerky and juddery? Should I be lowering the resolution settings so that you can see it more smoothly? What's going on with the stream for you? Is it nice and smooth like butter, or is it smooth like really bad butter? Let's see who's signed up then. Nicholas Lindhurst are back. Devonshire wish your girlfriend was hot like me. A good Devon pun there. Gonna give that a little refresh. Sweet Sweet Human Contact. Quizzing like there's no tomorrow. And La Triviata. And the Piffling Vale GSA. What's a GSA? So the video is a second or two behind the audio. Give that a refresh and see if that's still the case for me, please. If so, well, I'll have to mess around with it, won't I? The last time that I messed around with that setting, we had all sorts of problems. If you remember, it got all hollow. I don't think we want the voice from the grotto again. Hey, we get going in 20 minutes, everyone. 20 minutes until this quiz begins. Head to tiny.cc/ftpubquiz147FD, because that's me, Felix Trench, 147, because it is the 14th of July already. God, we're well past Midsummer's Eve, aren't we? Nights are getting longer. We'll all be lighting the fire soon. I've got a lovely little, like a barrel stove through there. Look forward to getting that lit. Not for a couple of months. I should probably bring the quiz up. YouTube quiz 2. I've started renaming my quizzes. I've gone back to the beginning. Now that I've got this new fresh start and slightly jerky picture on YouTube. GSA is a gay straight alliance usually found as an LGBT club in high school, secondary schools or colleges. Thank you for this new information. I feel like there's something else that's a GSA. I'm going to look it up. Oh, of course, the Guildford School of Acting. There is a known-ish school, a drama school, known here as GSA. That was what was going on in my head. Hey, folks, those of you who had that 2-second lag, did you try refreshing? Let me know. If you've still got the lag after the refresh, then it's at my end. We'll get going in 15 minutes, everyone. 15 minutes until this quiz begins. Still lagging. Okay, so what did we say? The video is a second or two behind the audio. That means we want to delay the audio. Remind me how I do that. OBS delay audio. Please. Delaying audio in OBS. I'm looking at a website called streamshark.io. The most dangerous shark. Never expect a shark in a stream! Click the cog next to the audio sourcing mixer. Set an audio delay. Here we are. Okay, so we think 2 seconds, do we? Yep, all of that's good. Where's settings? There's settings. Do I want that one? Stream audio. I mean, this is all lovely, but it's not what the Stream Shark is telling me. Hey, make sure you're signed up, folks. Go to tiny.cc/ftpubquiz147. Oh, maybe it's that one. Advanced audio properties, that's what I want. Audio delay. Capture. Sync offset. That's the one. Okay. I think it's the one we call audio input capture. Alright. 2,000 milliseconds, please. Close. Let's check that happened. Hey, how's that, folks? I've delayed it. I have now delayed it. Try it again, try it again. Still lagging, but I think that is old news. How's this? Hello, people! Hello, Tamara Dealan. Hello, McPlant. Hello, Eileen Jones. Whiskey is the soup of the day. Okay, well, isn't this? Oh, well, isn't this? Is whiskey is the soup of the day? Good to make that connection. All the W's there. Make sure you're all signed up, folks. So, around this point in the quiz, I would be going around with a jar, asking you for £2 per player, and you can do that by going to co-fi.com/Felix Trench. If you're playing this quiz, all I ask is that you put £2 per player in the virtual jar, and that lets me live and continue to make quizzes for you. Go to co-fi.com, coffee.com/Felix Trench. £2 per player, please. If you're able to do that. If you're not able to do that, and some people are not for a variety of reasons, that's absolutely fine. I'd much rather have you here than not have you here. Thank you for being here at all. I reckon I need a second screen. I love it when you're in someone's office, someone's studio, and they have multiple screens. I think I need multiple screens for this. Hello, Fools of Took. With the Rings reference there. Is Fools of Took. Now that sounds like the kind of thing that is a regular quiz name. Hey, Fools of Took, tell me about your quiz name. Is that something that you've used in a pub? Sandwich at Sea. Hello. Revenge Cockatoo. Whiskey is the soup of the day, which we have now established is well, isn't this? Adjusting to YouTube. Hello, 19. And the friends we made along the way. Hello, hello, hello. How's that lag, folks? Is it still lagging? If it is still lagging, what I might do is... I might restart the stream. I wiggled my eyebrows at you there, like me restarting the stream was an exciting and enticing dessert. Meg Plant says that she worked a job that gave her 2 monitors and she didn't know what to do with the second one ever. I would fill mine up with... I think maybe I'd just have a Matrix screensaver. Folks, make sure you're signed up. We get going in 10 minutes. 10 minutes until this quiz begins. 10 minutes. What are you all up to? Anyone drinking? Anyone got dinner? What's on the menu tonight, folks? Several seconds now on your end. Okay, folks, I am going to restart the stream. You just stay where you are. Okay, I've got the stream going again. I'm going to refresh this. Hey folks, head over to tiny.cc/ftpubquiz147. Make sure you are signed up there. Okay, I think we're back. Anne Weaver is drinking a sarsaparilla. I don't know what a sarsaparilla is. I have seen the word sarsaparilla in. Oof, where have I seen that word? It feels like something from childhood, maybe in like a Looney Tunes cartoon, something like that. Alison Ziont asks whether anyone else is having French food. I mean, all the food I have is French food. It all sort of starts with garlic and onion. We will get going in 5 minutes, folks. 5 minutes until this quiz begins. Head to tiny.cc/ftpubquiz147 to sign up. Clue 19 had garlic bread, if that counts. Now, I think of garlic bread as more of an Italian thing. I could be wrong. In fact, I kind of think of it as a... I suppose the thing about garlic bread is that it's a kind of Anglosphere adaptation, I think, I could be wrong, of... do I mean crostini? Like the Spanish and Italian good bread rubbed with olive oil and garlic and then tomatoes. What do you call that? It is crostini, isn't it? Something like that. Anne Weaver tells me that sarsaparilla is kind of like root beer. Again, root beer is not a thing in this country. I think I've had it. I think the closest that we get is dandelion and burdock, which, like, again, it's quite an old-fashioned drink. You don't see an awful lot of dandelion and burdock. Fentimans, the ones who do, which is a brand of like soft drinks aimed at adults, and they do like old-fashioned lemonade. Fentimans, Victorian cola. They definitely did a dandelion and burdock for a while. And Weaver says that the narrator in The Big Lebowski drinks sarsaparilla. No. I saw The Big Lebowski when I was about 19 or 20. My memory of sarsaparilla comes from much earlier than that, and I'm not sure where. Bruschetta! Thank you, Dazed. Bruschetta is the word I was looking for. Alson's having a ratatouille. Yep, super French. And then, pain au chocolat for dessert? Controversial. Folks, we will get going in 3 minutes. 3 minutes until this quiz begins. Hello, hello, my shopping list, spelt like the composer, is making me hungry. Very good. Hello, 1,000 yellow daisies. Hello, the pink panthers. Hello, Quantinas. And quizzing like there's no tomorrow. Hey, thank you, quizzing like there's no tomorrow, for spelling it quiz and then ing. Have you noticed this phenomenon where as soon as you adapt the word quiz, people throw in an extra Z? I mean, I do it myself. Whenever I write quizzes, I write it with 2 Zs. But why? I mean, partly why is because if I don't, then autocorrect gives me the red wiggly lines underneath and I have to get rid of those. But when you think about it, double Z makes no sense. Days, that is exactly what I am thinking of. Les Schtroumpfs eat sarsaparilla. Yes, the Smurfs eat sarsaparilla. That is where I know it from. Thank you for uncovering that corner of buried grey matter under the little box back here that says Peyo. That is where I know sarsaparilla from. A Belgian comic. Hey, we'll get going in 2 minutes. 2 minutes, folks. Make sure you are signed up and make sure that you've gone to ko-fi.com/FelixTrench and dropped £2 per player in the metaphorical jar. If you can afford such extravagance. Anyone else? Any other newbies? Hello, Nicholas Lyndhurst! Welcome back. Hey, is that any better on the audio? Do you still have a lag? Last time we did this, I got it to match up, and then I had to change it. It was a whole thing. One run a day, you're back. Hello. I'm still not running. Famously, I told you last week that I did my ankle in, and ooh, I miss it. And that is... Megplant is still lagging, but not too bad. I'm going to give it another second, and hopefully that will sort it out. Advanced audio properties. In fact, I'm going to give it 2 more seconds. So the audio has now got a 4-second delay on it. Hey, let me know if I need to change that. That is 7:30. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the quiz. Oh, another week, another quiz. And I just got a error message, so I'll keep talking to you while my quiz loads back up. We have 3 rules here at my quiz. Rule 1 is that I would ask you to have no more than 6 players in a team. If there are more than that, I recommend breaking into 2 teams. Rule 2 is that I'm always right. There will be no arguments. And rule 3 is no Googling. I trust you not to Google. You trust me to write questions. If I could ask one of you to keep an eye on this lag business, and hopefully between us we'll figure out what the correct delay is for me to put into the software. But get your pens at the ready, get your paper at the ready, get your beers at the ready, or sarsaparilla or French onion soup or whatever else you have, for here comes question 1. Question 1, something nice and easy to get us into the mood of Tuesday. When is the next leap year? what year is the next leap year? That is question 1. What's the next leap year, please? Question 1. Kimberly Billington asks, what's the link for the score sheet? Kimberly, go to tiny.cc/ftpubquiz147. And I'm going to write that for you as well. So, question 1, what is the next leap year? Oh, could I turn the song off? I'm so sorry, I thought I did. There it is. Thanks for letting me know, Nathan. So, question 1, what is the next leap year, please? Question 2 is science. Does honey sink or float in water? Question 2. Does honey sink or float in water? That is question 2. Question 2. Does honey sink or float in water? Rachel Lloyd says it's still a bit Gottligear for you for the sound. Hey folks, is my voice behind the picture or ahead of the picture? And if you have an idea of how many seconds, that would be aces. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to clap my hands. You tell me how many seconds off the sound is. Hopefully we can sort that out that way. Question 3 now. Question 3. In 2013, which band reached number 2 in the British charts with the single Pompeii? Pompei. In 2013, which band reached number 2 in the UK charts with the single Pompeii? That's question 2. No, it's not. It's question 3. In 2013, which band reached number 2 in the UK charts with the single Pompeii? And question 4. Question 4, this is geography. It's lakes. It's lava lakes. On what continent would you find the world's largest lava lake? A lake full of bubbling lava. On what continent would you find the world's largest lava lake? That is question 4. Sound is 4 or 5 seconds ahead of picture. Okay. Thank you, that's really useful. So we'll go into advanced audio properties. All right. Hopefully that's done it. Going to do that test again. Let me know how that works. So, on what continent would you find the world's largest lava lake is question 4. And question 5 now. Question 5 is language, English language. A popinjay, Popinjay, is an archaic word for what type of bird? A popinjay is an archaic word for what type of bird? That's question 5. Elizabeth Wallace says way closer. Carl Much says good. Would we say that I could give it another second's delay? Is that completely fixed? Let's give it one more test, folks. I'll give it another second if necessary. But question 5, a popinjay is an archaic word for which bird? And question 6 is politics. This is politics. Which country in the G8 comes first alphabetically? This is question 6. Which G8 country comes first alphabetically? Question 6. Which G8 country comes first alphabetically, please? It's a bit off again, but it's better than before. I'd still like to get it dead on, though. I mean, I gave it, like, not quite there sound-wise, very close. Actions ahead of voice now. Is that the case for everyone? Because it sounds like maybe I need to pull the delay back by a second. So I gave it 5 seconds there. Let's double check this. What would we say? About a second ahead? 1 second too many? Question 7 now. Question 7 is film. This is film. The film The Magnificent Seven was released in what decade? This is the original. The film The Magnificent Seven was released in what decade? I don't need the exact year, I just need the decade. This is question 7. The film The Magnificent Seven was released in what decade? Gosh, I'm enjoying this clapping game. Question 7. The film The Magnificent Seven was released in what decade? Pull it back by half a second. Only half a second, you say? Okay. Oh, I've got a few people saying a whole second. I'm going to go back the whole second, and then if it's not quite there, we'll go up by half. Close, please. All right, that's it. I've changed it by 1 second. Here we go. Let me know. I suspect I need to add half a second if what you say is right. Question 8 now. Question 8 is sport. This is sport, but I'm not telling you the sport because that is the question. Fallon Sherrock is a professional player of which target-based sport? That is Fallon, F-A-L-L-O-N, Sherrock, S-H-E-R-R-O-C-K. Fallon Sherrock is a professional player of which target-based sport? I'll give you a little more clue on this, I suppose. Fallon Sherrock made headlines last year, partly because in a very male-dominated sport, she was not male. And did well. Question 8. Fallon Sherrock is a professional player of which target-based sport? Hit synced. Yes, add half a second. Add half a add. Oh, you are about split on whether this is right. I am going to add half a second, folks. I've added half a second. Let's go. What do we think of that? Fallon Sherrock is a professional player of which target-based sport? And question 9. Question 9. Which rock band played at the Roman Amphitheatre in Pompeii in October 1971? You can tell I had Pompeii on the mind a little bit when I was writing this one. Which rock band played at the Roman Amphitheatre in Pompeii in October 1971? That's question 9. Which rock band played at the Roman Amphitheatre in Pompeii in October 1971? Spot on now. Don't go changing. All right, folks. I think we're there. Well, I should probably save these settings, but maybe it'll all change next week. Question 9. Which rock band played at the Roman Amphitheatre in Pompeii in October 1971? And question 10. Question 10. This is gossip. Gossip. Which public figure has 4 children called Alana Martina, Ava, Matteo, and Cristiano Jr.? So that's Alana Martina, A-L-A-N-A, M-A-R-T-I-N-A, Ava, E-V-A, Matteo, M-A-T-E-O, and Cristiano Jr., C-R-I-S-T-I-A-N-O, Jr. Which public figure has those 4 children? Alana Martina, Ava, Matteo, and Cristiano Jr. And we are halfway through this first round, folks. Halfway through the first round. Question 11 now. Question 11, this is brands. Specifically fashion designers. Which Spanish fashion designer was referred to by Coco Chanel as the only couturier in the truest sense of the word? Couturier meaning, I guess, French for fashion designer. C-O-U-T-U-R-I-E-R. Which Spanish fashion designer was referred to by Coco Chanel as the only couturier in the truest sense of the word? That is question 11. We are looking for a Spanish fashion designer for question 11. Hey, 56 concurrent viewers. I love the word concurrent. Still some of you disagreeing on the stream there. I'm not going to touch it. Because I think that you are seeing different things. Could be wrong. If I get a load of you going, no, this is awful, I'll change it. Don't forget to do a refresh. That might also be it. Question 12. Question 12 now. This is money. How many countries in the world use a currency called the peso? P-E-S-O. Peso. How many countries use a currency called the peso? P-E-S-O. I'm saying P for Peter. It's question 12. How many countries in the world use a currency called the peso? And question 13. Question 13. This is the London question. But I'm not going to tell you why it's the London question. It might be immediately obvious to you, or it might not. There are 2 slang words in the English language derived from the name of the Victorian Prime Minister, Sir Robert Peel. Give me either of them. There are 2 slang words in the English language derived from the name of the Victorian Prime Minister, Sir Robert Peel. Tell me either of those slang words. That's question 13. Question 13, give me either of the slang words derived from the name of the Victorian Prime Minister, Sir Robert Peel. Question 14 now, question 14. In the song Mellow Yellow, What spice is Donovan mad about? What spice is Donovan mad about in the song Mellow Yellow? That's question 14. Oh, Anne Weaver, that's a very good question. How is that spelt? Peel is spelt P-E-E-L. Few of you saying that the optimum setting was the one before, so I have gone back to the one before. What spice is Donovan mad about in the song Mellow Yellow? Rachel Lloyd says that getting the tech right is reminding you of your family Zoom quiz. Tell us about your family Zoom quiz, Rachel. What format does it take? Do you each take a turn writing it? How does it work? I've got friends who do a family Zoom quiz, and that's what they do. Each of them takes a turn, so they do it once a week. But they only have to write one quiz in every 6. Question 15 now! Question 15. Which of the following artists has not released a cover of Over the Rainbow? Sarah McLachlan, Barbra Streisand, Billy Ray Cyrus, or Eric Clapton? Which of those 4 artists has not released a cover of Over the Rainbow? Sarah McLachlan, Barbra Streisand, Billy Ray Cyrus, or Eric Clapton? It is one of those 4. Rachel's family Zoom quiz, you each do a round. Very good. Do you do it once a week, once a month? How does it work? Which of the following has not released a cover of Over the Rainbow? Sarah McLachlan, Barbra Streisand, Billy Ray Cyrus, or Eric Clapton? That is question 15. And question 16? Question 16 is your alcohol question. The cloudberry flavoured liqueur, Laka, L-A-K-K-A, comes from which country? The cloudberry flavoured liqueur, Laka, L-A-K-K-A, comes from which country? That is question 16. The cloudberry flavoured liqueur, Laka, comes from which country? Thank you for specifying that you do a round of questions, not drinks each, Rachel. I love the idea of doing a round each, as in buying everyone a round and then drinking all their drinks. The cloudberry flavoured liqueur Laka comes from which country? L-A-K-K-A. Question 17. Question 17. Many countries these days have plastic banknotes, but in which country were plastic banknotes invented? These are the kind of like polymer banknotes that you see now. Here we've got our 5ers, 10ers, and I think the 20s, the plastic 20s are just coming in. Plastic banknotes, the ones that you can put through the laundry, were invented in which country? Question 17. Question 17. And question 18 is words. This is words. A bit of Cockney rhyming slang for you today. Cockney rhyming slang, I think it's pretty well known, but just in case it's not where you are, a system of rhyming slang that was popular in the Victorian and early 20th century. Fisherman's daughter is Cockney rhyming slang for what? Fisherman's daughter is Cockney rhyming slang for what? That is question 18. Fisherman's daughter is Cockney rhyming slang for what? Question 18. Question 19 now. Question 19 is literature, specifically children's literature. In the Roald Dahl book, The Giraffe, the Pelly and Me, what job do the giraffe, the pelican and the monkey all have? In the Roald Dahl book, The Giraffe and the Pelly and Me, the giraffe, the pelican and the monkey all have the same job. What is it? That's question 19. In the Roald Dahl book, The Giraffe and the Pelly and Me, the giraffe, the pelican and the monkey all have the same job. What is it? And question 20. Question 20 is current affairs. Current affairs, elections. The Conservative President Duda narrowly retained his seat in which country's presidential elections this week? The Conservative President Duda very, very narrowly retained his seat in which country's presidential elections this past week? That is question 20. And that is it for questions in the first round. Hey, let's have all of those again. First round questions started with question 1. When is the next leap year? Question 2. Does honey sink or float in water? Question 3. In 2013, which band reached number 2 in the UK singles chart with the single Pompeii? Question 4. On what continent would you find the world's largest lava lake? Question 5. A popinjay is an archaic word for which bird? Question 6. Which G8 country comes first alphabetically? Question 7. The film The Magnificent Seven was released in what decade? Question 8. Fallon Sherrock is a professional player of which target-based sport? Question 9. Which rock band played at the Roman Amphitheatre in Pompeii in October 1971? I've sung at the Roman Amphitheatre in Pompeii. Not because I was asked to, I was 14 and being a knob. But I share that with this rock band. I also had food poisoning. Question 10. Which public figure has 4 children called Alana Martina, Ava, Mateo and Cristiano Jr.? Question 11. Which Spanish fashion designer was referred to by Coco Chanel as the only couturier in the truest sense of the word? Question 12. How many countries use a currency called the peso or peso? Question 13. Give me either of the slang words derived from the name of the Victorian Prime Minister Sir Robert Peel, P-E-E-L. Question 14. What spice is Donovan mad about in the song Mellow Yellow? Question 15. Which of the following has not released a cover of Over the Rainbow? Sarah McLachlan, Barbara Streisand, Billy Ray Cyrus or Eric Clapton? Question 16. The cloudberry-flavoured liqueur Lacquer comes from which country? Question 17. Plastic banknotes were invented in which country? Question 18. Fisherman's daughter is Cockney rhyming slang for what? Question 19. In The Giraffe and the Pelly and Me, the Roald Dahl book, what job do the giraffe, the pelican and the monkey all have? And question 20. The Conservative President Duda narrowly retained his position in which country's elections this past week? And that is it for questions in the first round. How are we all feeling? Are we feeling good? Well, no one's saying I'm feeling bad, so I'll take that as a yes. Alright folks, I'm going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down! Pens down! Here come the answers to round 1. Question 1. When is the next leap year? Well, this was a leap year, so the next leap year is in 2024. 2024. Question 2. Does honey sink or float in water? It floats. Honey floats in water. Question 3. Hannah Wallace requests Israel Kamakawi. Oh, I used to be able to say this. Kamakawi were Oles over the rainbow for the interval. I wish I could play that to you, but now that I'm on YouTube, if I play anything copyright, they'll kick me off. But I suggest that you play that cover yourselves, because as you suggest, it is a very beautiful song. So Honey floats. Question 3. In 2013, which band reached number 2 in the charts with the single Pompeii? It was, of course, Bastille. Happy Bastille Day to all of you if you are celebrating, or even if you are not. Not actually referred to as Bastille Day commonly in France. In France, it is just called the National Festival, or the 14th. I spoke to a French person in a shop, and I said, Joyeux le 14, and he said, Bonne fête nationale, and it was lovely. Question 4. On what continent would you find the world's largest lava lake? It's in Africa. Africa, it's in a crater of a volcano called Mount Nyiragongo in the DRC. Africa. Question 5. A popinjay is an archaic word for a parrot. Parrot. Question 6. The G8 country that comes first alphabetically is Canada. Canada. Question 7. The Magnificent Seven was released in the 1960s. The 1960s. Question 8. Fallon Sherrock is a professional player of darts. Darts. There's a lot of chat about honey. Did I tell you the wrong thing? Yes, sorry, you're all quite right. Honey sinks in water, it doesn't float. The answer to question 2 was sinks. The answer to question 8 is darts. Question 9. The rock band that played at the Roman amphitheatre in Pompeii was Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd. David Gilmour has since been back. They did... there was a documentary about it. That was why it was in at that point. Question 10. The public figure that has those 4 children... well, Cristiano Jr. was the clue, wasn't it? It was Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. Question 11. The Spanish fashion designer that I was after was Balenciaga. Cristobal Balenciaga. Balenciaga. Question 12. 8 countries use the peso. They are Argentina, Chile, Colombia, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Mexico, the Philippines, and Uruguay. 8 countries use the peso, or use a peso, I suppose. Question 13. So Sir Robert Peel was the person who established the London police force known as the Metropolitan Police. And from his name we get both bobbies, as in bobbies on the beat, and peelers, as in Scarpa, it's the peelers. You could have had bobbies or peelers, both of which mean police. Question 14. The spice Donovan is mad about is saffron. I'm just mad about saffron. Question 15. Which of those has not released a cover of Over the Rainbow? It's Sarah McLachlan. Sarah McLachlan. She did Rainbow Connection in the Muppet movie, which I think is basically the same film as Wizard of Oz, isn't it? I think it has all the same beats, including a song about rainbows. Sarah McLachlan. Question 16. The cloudberry-flavoured liqueur Laka comes from Finland. Finland. I hope our Finnish players are playing. Question 17. Plastic banknotes, of course, were invented in Australia, the country we all associate them with. Australia. It's where the polymer banknote was first developed. Question 18. Fisherman's daughter? Water. Simple as that. Water. Question 19. In The Giraffe, the Pelly and Me, they are all window cleaners. Window cleaners. If you remember, the giraffe has an extendable telescopic neck. The pelican has an extendable beak for water, and the monkey is a monkey. And therefore has window cleaning powers. Question 20. President Duda has retained his seat in Poland. Poland. Oh, good, Samastati. The Finns are in. I'm very pleased. Thank you for your continued participation. So let me give you all of those again. Question 1 was 2024. Question 2, it sinks, not floats. I apologise for that. Question 3, Bastille. Question 4, Africa. Question 5, a parrot. Question 6, Canada. Question 7, the 1960s. Question 8, darts. Question 9, Pink Floyd. Question 10, Cristiano Ronaldo. Question 11, Cristobal Balenciaga. Question 12, 8. Question 13, bobbies or peelers. Question 14, saffron. Question 15, Sarah McLachlan. Question 16, Finland. Question 17, Australia. Question 18, water. Question 19, window cleaners. And question 20, Poland. Poland. All right, folks, let's see how you did after that. Sheet is taking its time to load for me, I'm afraid. Here we go. Nicholas Lyndhurst got 15. Piffling Fail. GSA got 5. Devonshire Wish Your Girlfriend on 14. Another 15 for Sandwich at Sea. Oh, because of my sandwich! So for those of you who don't know, I made a lovely breakfast sandwich. It had peanut butter and Nutella. And I got out of my boat holding my plate, and the sandwich went phew, straight in the river. Very sad. I then spent the next 10 minutes trying to fish it out to put it in the bin. 19 for Revenge Cockatoo. Very good. So top score in round 1 was 19. Very well done, Revenge Cockatoo. There's still a couple of you who haven't put in your scores. Oh, they're coming now. A few 16s in there. Is 16 the second highest score? I think it is. Yeah. Nope. I've scrolled down to row 93 for some reason. Okay, 19 score to beat. Very, very good score, but totally beatable. Totally gettable. Those Revenge Cockatoos. And the reason that it is totally gettable is this. I have set you a picture round. That picture round has a total possible 30 points going for it. Head now to tiny.cc/ftpictureround147 and you will see that I have given you the 30 available shades of Annie Sloan chalk-based paint and their names. I want you to match up the name of the Annie Sloan chalk-based paint to the shade. I am expecting this to be a wide range of scores, a delicious wide range of scores, a total 30 possible. I'll be very surprised if any of you get a full 30 and absolutely delighted if you do. So go have a look at that. I will give you the the full the full results, the full answers to the picture round at the end of this quiz. For now, we are going to take a 10-minute break. A couple of you asking me questions. Rachel Loader asks whether I warned the residents to duck. No, I didn't. Laura, do I have a date later? I'm being Swifty quickie. No, I can go slower. I think maybe it's a YouTube thing. But we're going to take a 10-minute break now, folks. So come back at 8:20. I'll take it a little slower for the second round. Here's the jingle. Where is it?
You're all alone. Pub quiz. We're all stuck at home. Pub quiz. Come escape from the news. Pub quiz. Drink our virtual booze. Pub quiz. But not in a pub. Pub quiz. Unless you live in a pub.
Felix Dredge.
Welcome to the pub quiz. Don't Google for help. Pub quiz, you're only cheating yourself. Pub quiz, we've got massive prizes. Pub quiz, metaphorical prizes.
Felix Dredge.
Welcome to the pub quiz.
Felix
You're
Dredge.
all alone. Pub quiz.
Felix
We're all
Dredge.
stuck at home. Pub quiz.
Felix
Come escape from the news. Pub quiz. Drink our virtual booze. Pub quiz.
Felix
But
Dredge.
not in a pub. Pub quiz. Unless you live in a pub.
Felix Dredge.
Welcome to the pub quiz.
Felix
Don't
Dredge.
Google for help. Pub quiz, you're only
Dredge.
cheating yourself. Pub quiz,
Felix
we've got
Dredge.
massive prizes. Pub quiz,
Felix
metaphorical prizes.
Felix Dredge.
Welcome to the pub quiz.
Felix
You're
Dredge.
all alone. Pub quiz.
Felix
We're all
Dredge.
stuck at home. Pub quiz.
Felix
Come escape
Dredge.
from the news. Pub quiz. Drink our
Dredge.
virtual booze. Pub quiz.
Felix
But
Dredge.
not in a pub. Pub quiz. Unless you
Dredge.
live in a pub.
Felix Dredge.
Welcome to the pub quiz.
Felix
Don't
Dredge.
Google for help. Pub quiz. You're
Felix
only
Dredge.
cheating yourself. Pub quiz.
Felix
We've got
Dredge.
massive prizes. Pub quiz.
Felix
Metaphorical prizes.
Felix Dredge.
Welcome to the pub quiz.
Felix
You're
Dredge.
all alone. Pub quiz.
Felix
We're all
Dredge.
stuck at home. Pub quiz.
Felix
Come
Dredge.
escape from the news. Pub quiz.
Felix
Drink our
Dredge.
virtual booze. Pub quiz.
Felix
But not
Dredge.
in a pub. Pub quiz,
Felix
unless you
Stretch.
live in a pub.
Felix Stretch.
Pub quiz,
Felix
you're
Stretch.
all alone. Pub quiz,
Felix
we're all
Stretch.
stuck at home. Pub quiz,
Felix
come escape
Stretch.
from the news. Pub quiz, drink our
Stretch.
virtual booze. Pub quiz,
Felix
but
Stretch.
not in a pub. Pub quiz, unless you
Stretch.
live in a pub.
Felix Stretch.
Welcome to the pub quiz.
Felix
Don't
Stretch.
Google for help. Pub quiz, you're
Felix
only
Stretch.
cheating yourself. Pub quiz,
Felix
we've got
Stretch.
massive prizes. Pub quiz,
Felix
metaphorical prizes.
Felix Stretch.
Welcome to the pub quiz.
Felix Stretch.
You're all alone. Pub quiz,
Felix
we're all
Stretch.
stuck at home. Pub quiz,
Felix
come escape
Stretch.
from the news. Pub quiz, drink our
Stretch.
virtual booze. Pub quiz,
Felix
but
Stretch.
not in a pub. Pub quiz,
Felix
unless you
Stretch.
live in a pub.
Felix Stretch.
Welcome to the pub quiz. Don't Google for help. Pub quiz, you're only cheating yourself. Pub quiz, we've got massive prizes. Pub quiz, metaphorical prizes.
Felix Stretch.
Welcome to the pub quiz.
Felix
You're
Stretch.
all alone. Pub quiz,
Felix
we're all
Stretch.
stuck at home. Pub quiz,
Felix
come
Stretch.
escape from the news. Pub quiz,
Yeah, we'll get going in
drink
6
our
minutes, everyone.
virtual booze. Pub quiz,
Felix
but
Stretch.
not in a pub. Pub quiz.
Thanks for that, Zach. I had the music up too loud. I pulled that back for you, hopefully. Rachel misses the clapping. Here's a clap for you, Rachel. Give you that free. Hey folks, make sure that you head to co-free.com/FelixStrench, co-free.com/FelixStrench, and drop a couple of quid in the jar each, please. £2 per player, I think, is fair enough. Was the sound aroused to get a round of applause? Yes. Yes, more applause, please. Get very little of it in COVID times. Trying our best and happy to be here. Have picked up a mother. Very good. So what's happened during interval, everyone? Has anyone picked up a new drink? Another cool glass of sarsaparilla? Anyone got some food on the go? I have to be a bit careful of this table. You can see it's wobbly, and the reason that it's wobbly, the thing about boat tables is table is a big plank, and then it's got a central column, and that's so that you can take the table off easily and put it away. But it means it makes it very wobbly. It also means that you can move it around vertically and horizontally, which I quite like doing. Meg Plant says, we sure have. She says hi. I think that is Mummy Plant. Hello back. How are you all getting on with the picture round? Dead easy? Everyone knows their chalk face paints. Eileen Jones has a black coffee. I like a black coffee. That's how I have my coffee. I have one every day around 11. Rachel asks whether my tables starred in their panto. Not to my knowledge. Rachel, did you have a central columned table? What was the panto? 3 minutes till we get going with round 2, everyone. 3 minutes. Elizabeth Wallace is enjoying the picture round. I'm glad to hear that, Elizabeth. I do my best. Oh, yes, it did. The table is behind you. The table was Father Christmas. At the end of the panto, the table came out and gave sweets to all the children. 2 minutes till we get going, folks. 2 minutes until round 2. I will try to take it a little bit slower. Sorry if I was rushing you in round 1. Lucas says, the Devon team have never had so much discourse around the colour linen. Good. That's all I want. Make people argue about linen. Rachel says, you have a slanting boat table joke every year. Do you? What happens in these pantos? Have I just not done panto in so long that I've forgotten the slanting boat table bit? Is it like you put things on a boat and then it slants and everyone goes, whoa! Crash, 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 crash. Is that the idea? 1 minute, folks. 1 minute until round 2. 1 minute. Oh, I'm breaking apart friendships with the linen chat. Sorry to hear that. Hey, make sure you've gone to co-free.com/Felix Trench, dropped a couple of quid in the jar per person. Yeah, so it is that kind of thing. Very good. For those of you not from the UK and not familiar with our panto traditions, they are arcane and complicated. They're not that complicated. But I think you have to see about 3 to get them. Maybe 2. Alright, and that is 20 past 8, which means that I have to remember to bring down the pub quiz jingle, because it doesn't play for me anymore, so I forget that it's on. Yeah. Welcome to round 2! Hey, I hope you've all had a nice break, everyone. I hope you've been to the bar and got yourselves a tall bitters, a tall glass of bitters, a tall pint of Angostura bitters. I hope that's what every single one of you has. I think those are quite high proof, aren't they? Everyone's just got a pint of undrinkable Angostura bitters and are ready to get going with round 2. Round 2, which we call the fun round. The fun round because it's harder and therefore more fun, although this first question isn't that hard. So question 21. Question 21 is television. This is television. Which TV series featured Adrian Lester and Robert Vaughn as members of a gang of con artists? Which TV series featured Adrian Lester and Robert Vaughn as members of a gang of con artists? I've sort of got con artists on the brain this week. I'm trying to watch a lot of heist films by going through anything that I can find on Netflix and Prime. Not yet watched any good ones. There's no. I've never. I saw some okay ones, I suppose, but nothing exciting. Everything that's been recommended to me is not on there. Anne Weaver has... All right, folks, pause for a second. This is important. Anne Weaver has been to the microwave, and she's got herself a mac and cheese. Well done, Anne. Tell us what it's like. Is this a packet mac and cheese? I know that in the US you have... Is it Kraft mac and cheese is the one that's the famous one? Is it that sort of thing, or is it a pre-made thing that you're heating up? Tell us all about it. I've never made mac and cheese. I imagine it's fairly simple, isn't it? Isn't it just like macaroni in a bechamel sauce? Or is it literally... I think it's something like that. The Swan, which is the Swan is the restaurant that's attached to the Globe Theatre. For a while, were doing a thing to bring in people who couldn't afford to eat at the restaurant attached to the Globe Theatres, where they'd do 3 fancy macs and cheese, with like truffle or, I don't know, a whole camembert or something, and you could eat there for a tenner. And I never did. I wish I had. Hey There Newton has a Costco almond poppy seed muffin. I love a poppy seed muffin. I love a lemon and poppy seed muffin. I've never had an almond and poppy seed. I love a poppy seed. All right, question 21. Which TV series featured Adrian Lester and Robert Vaughan as members of a gang of con artists? And question 2. Question 2 is the maths question. This is the maths question. What is 2,436 divided by 28? What is 2,436 divided by 28? That's question 22. What's 2,436 divided by 28? Question 22, the maths question, so typical of the fun round. Anne Weaver says it's not Kraft, but that's the idea. It's a cup, you put water in and microwave, then stir in the powder, and there is aged sharp white cheddar flavour. I'm not sure what a white cheddar would be. It's normally a yellow cheese, isn't it? Eileen says, do I want a recipe? Eileen, I'd love you to give us all a recipe that we can go and follow. So question 22, what is 2,436 divided by 28? Question 23. Question 23 is sport. It's volleyball. Is a beach volleyball court larger or smaller than an indoor volleyball court? Is a beach volleyball court larger or smaller than an indoor volleyball court? They are not quite the same dimensions. Question 23. Is a beach volleyball court larger or smaller than an indoor volleyball court? They both come under the same professional body, which determines the dimensions. Question 23. More talk about this cup mac and cheese. It sounds the mac and cheese that you're talking about sounds an awful lot to me like a cup of soup. Is that sort of thing? God, I haven't had a cup of soup in years. Remember cup of soups? Yeah. I don't know if cup of soups are a thing out. I mean, they must be a universal thing, surely. They're like packet noodles but without anything. They're like just the powder of packet noodles. Question 23. Is a beach volleyball court larger or smaller than an indoor volleyball court? Question 24. Question 24 is politics. Politics of Indonesia. Does Indonesia have a president, a prime minister, or both? Does Indonesia have a president, a prime minister, or both? Question 24. Question 24. Does Indonesia have a president, a prime minister, or both? Rachel Lloyd says the ducks are praying that I don't have a cup of soup. I've not dropped much in the water. I mean, that sandwich is really the biggest thing. Sometimes I keep the ends of, like the leaves of celery to feed to the ducks. We've got beautiful golden-eyed ducks, which have just had chicks, and those golden-eyed ducks and the chicks do not want to eat anything I feed them. Not interested. What they are interested in is the algae that grows on the side of boats. That is lovely stuff that they're all over, but celery tops, absolutely not. And the golden-eyed ducks, they shout at me when I pass because they think that I'm going to, well, take their chicks, I suppose. And the way they shout, they don't make a noise, they just go. It's really sad. I tell you what, though, swans love tortilla crisps, tortilla chips, the triangular ones. Well into those. Does Indonesia have a president, a prime minister, or both? Question 25. Question 25 is instruments. Instruments, musical instruments. What type of instrument can be chromatic, diatonic, piano, or 6+6? What type of instrument can be chromatic, diatonic, piano, or 6+6? 6+6 is the name of a type of this instrument. What type of instrument can be chromatic, diatonic, piano, or 6+6? Our caution, are you having Marmite and pasta? Tell us more. Is it just Marmite and pasta? Is it a tomato sauce with a bit of Marmite in it? What's going on there? Tell us all about your Marmite and pasta. What type of instrument can be chromatic, diatonic, piano, and 6+6? I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I've dropped 2 knives in the marina, which I think is technically assault on a river. Yeah, the first one came off a plate. They must both have... Yes, I know. It was when I was on the old boat. I used to live on a boat called Valhalla Rising. And that boat, for about 6 months, had no running water. So I went and I used the... We've got communal facilities in the marina to wash up and so on. So I was using those. And as I stepped out of the boat, I twice lost... Like, not a knife and fork knife, a proper paring knife into the marina. I mean, they're still there, presumably. God, maybe I caught a fish. Alright, our caution is having Marmite, pasta and margarine, and apparently it's so nice. How... I'm not going to lie to you, our caution. It sounds intense. How much Marmite? Like a teaspoon? Or like a jar? I've got quite into... I saw Jack Monroe did this, the Twitter TV chef, but who's also very big on Twitter. Eggy bread with a bit of Marmite on top. Oh, I'm very into that. Question 26 now. Question 26 is geography. It's islands. What is the largest island in Asia? What's the largest island in Asia? This island is shared by 3 countries. What's the largest island in Asia? An island which is shared by 3 countries. That's question 26. What's the largest island in Asia? An island which is shared by 3 countries. Yes, I'm leaving my legacy to the future mudlarkers. I was once in a poster for a play called Mudlarks. There was a play on at, I think it was the Finborough Theatre, about growing up in Essex, I think it was. And before it was cast or anything, they needed 3 people shot from the back. So my producer friend who was producing it got in touch with me, and I went and got shot in the back by a camera somewhere down that way. It was along the river. They'd found a little bit of bank. So if you look up the poster for Mudlarks, I wonder if you can find it actually. Mudlarks, Finborough Theatre. Well, you can see a lot of posters. Yeah, there it is. Oh, it was at the Bush Theatre, I beg its pardon. Not the Finborough. Similar area of London. God, which one am I? Oh, there's 2 posters, that's why. There's 2 posters, and I am in one where I'm wearing a red t-shirt. So, question 26. What's the largest island in Asia? An island which is shared by 3 countries. And question 27 is music. This is music. Which song by Britney Spears features Madonna? Which Britney Spears song features Madonna? Which Britney Spears song features Madonna? That's question 27. Anne Weaver tells me that the difference between white cheddar and yellow cheddar is food colouring. Yellow cheddar has annatto food colouring and white cheddar doesn't. So, are you saying that cheddar is naturally white? I don't believe that. Cheddar is one of those cheeses that is not regionally protected. We established this at a quiz quite early on. Anyone can call a cheese cheddar because I think they decided that was financially better. I think it's West Country Farmhouse cheddar is the one that's regionally protected. But are we saying that cheddar is naturally yellow? Naturally white? Find that very difficult to believe for such a famously yellow or orange cheese. Question 28. Question 28. This is communication. Communication. The Polish man L.L. Zamenhof, Z-A-M-E-N-H-O-F, is best known for inventing what system of communication? The Polish man L.L. Zamenhof, Z-A-M-E-N-H-O-F, is best known for inventing what system of communication? Ludwig Zamenhof, can't remember what the second L stands for. Best known for inventing what system of communication? Question 28. Blue 19 fancies some cheddar and Marmite. Yeah, that would work. I think I'd want something sweet to go with cheddar and Marmite. Oh, I tell you what though. So when I had my eggy bread and Marmite, I also added a bit of maple syrup. It was very good. I mean, it's not an everyday breakfast, but it does the trick. Question 28. The Polish man L.L. Zamenhof is best known for inventing what system of communication, please? That is question 28. And question 29. Question 29 is toys. This is toys. What toy was originally called a whirlaway? I'm spelling that WHIRLO hyphen WAY. What toy was originally called a whirlaway? That's question 29. What toy was originally called a whirlaway? Clue 19. The quiz is making you so hungry. It's making me hungry as well. I have some disappointing stew in my fridge for after this. I sort of experimented last night. I did a tofu and cashew nut stew, which was not very nice. But I need to finish it because I've still got half of it. So think of me having my boring stew. Do you know, I think the problem with it was that it was under-seasoned, so I'm going to add a bit of salt and see what happens. Question 29. Which toy was originally called the whirlaway? Question 30 is art. This is art. The Water Lilies is a series of about 250 paintings by which French artist? The Water Lilies is a series of about 250 paintings by which French artist? Painter, you might call them. Anne Weaver says, all cheese is naturally white or off-white or even golden yellow, depending on the type of milk used, but you'll never find a cow that gives orange cheese. The colour comes from the flavourless annatto seed, which gives Wisconsin cheddar that pumpkin orange hue. But what about a Shropshire Blue? That's an orange cheese, despite the name. I don't know. Shropshire Blue is naturally orange. I'm looking it up. Oh no, I beg your pardon. The orange colour comes from the addition of annatto. Well, I'll be. Is that all cheese has this seed in it? I feel so cheated. Cheested. I'm cheesed off. I'm not really. Delighted to learn something. Our caution suggests that I add Marmite to my stew. I think that might be going a bit too far for me. The Water Lilies is a series of about 250 paintings by which French painter? Question 31. Question 31, and we are halfway through this second round. Only 10 questions left in the quiz, folks. How many colours does the South African flag have? How many colours does the South African flag have? That is question 31. Clue 19 says, have nice bread with the stew and ketchup. I will eat most things, but I don't get on well with tomato ketchup. It's one of the few things that I just don't like. Matt Smith asks, is next week's picture round just going to be a cheese round? It might well be at this point. I'm very into that. Yeah, Cheeseman is at it again. How many colours does the South African flag have? I tell you what, there's a cheese that I miss so much that I used to get at Borough Market back when it wasn't severely irresponsible to go all the way to Borough Market. Called? What was it called? It's from the Swiss place. Cirone. I don't know if I've talked about it before. Cirone with an acute accent. Go look that up and go find yourself a Cirone. It's a beautiful, very, very strong cheese. It's a hard cheese. A crumb of it will explode up through your nose and caress the back of your eyeballs. God, I miss nice cheeses. One day we'll all be able to go to Borough Market and buy a nice cheese again. What a day that will be. So I asked you, question 31, how many colours does the South African flag have? And question 32 is history. Which figure from the Scottish Enlightenment is known as the father of economics, or, sometimes, the father of capitalism? Which figure from the Scottish Enlightenment is known as the father of economics, or the father of capitalism? That's question 32. Which figure from the Scottish Enlightenment is known as the father of economics, or sometimes the father of capitalism? Our caution asks whether it was Peter Cheeseman, who was a theatre practitioner. I've not heard of Peter Cheeseman. I've heard of Peter Brook. Is that what you're talking about? Eileen Jones has given us the mac and cheese recipe, which uses... Let's see what cheeses you're using. A mild cheddar. Finally, a use for mild cheddar. Mozzarella and cream cheese. A very mild mac and cheese there. Wouldn't you add something a bit sharper? Or is it about the comfort? Is that what's going on? Sorry, I had a tech message there I needed to deal with. So Eileen Jones has given us a mac and cheese recipe. Go and check that out. Maybe copy it into a text document and try it out and let us know what you think, folks, of Eileen Jones's mac and cheese. Naomi Grabber suggests a dash of mustard. I love mustard. For all that I have bad-mouthed ketchup, I'm very on board with mustard. Question 33 now. Question 33 is, I suppose, musicals. It sort of counts as a musical. In the musical Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds, the 1978 version, who plays the journalist? That's the main character. In Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds, the musical of War of the Worlds, who plays the journalist? That's the main character, the narrator of War of the Worlds. Question 33. In Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds, who plays the journalist? Released in 1978. Eileen Jones says, mild cheeses, lots of spice. Okay, so it's all about the spice, adding the spices. that brings out the flavour, is it? So sort of lots of pepper, that kind of thing? Question 33. In Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds, brackets 1978, who plays the main character? The narrator, the journalist. No one could have believed in the last years of the 20th century. Closing years of the 20th century? Something like that. Okay, there's more recipe chat coming in from Eileen's. Thank you so much for doing this, Eileen. Boil the pasta in milk, stirring fairly often. Add the cheese when it's al dente, butter, mustard, pepper, nutmeg, and salt. If it's too thick, add a little milk or cream. Very good. Yeah, I mean, that sounds close to a bechamel, I think, because you're not adding flour, so there's no roux. Thank you for giving us that, Eileen. Question 34 now. Question 34 is ghost ships. Ghost ships. Which merchant ship was found deserted but still seaworthy near the Azores on the 4th of December, 1872? Which merchant ship was found completely deserted but still seaworthy near the Azores on the 4th of December, 1872? They never found the crew. Question 34. Which merchant ship was found deserted but seaworthy in 1872 near the Azores? Hulu19 says we should have a cook along and post the results on your Twitter. Hey, if you cook Eileen's mac and cheese, I will absolutely retweet it. Of course, no Ruby. The starch from the pasta does the job of the flour. I see. I always like that trick where you put the end of the parmesan in to thicken it, because it doesn't work, and it's quite fun to do. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Question 34. Which merchant ship was found deserted but seaworthy near the Azores on the 4th of December, 1872? Question 35 is art. Art. The artwork The Great Wave of Kanagawa, Kanagawa, also known as The Great Wave, also known as The Wave, by the artist Hokusai, Hokusai, was created in what century? The artwork The Great Wave of Kanagawa, you know the one, the big blue wave. There's an emoji of it. Also known as The Great Wave or just The Wave, was created in what century? The Great Wave of Kanagawa was created in what century? That is question 35. Question 35. The artwork The Great Wave of Kanagawa was created in what century? I don't know where I'd get macaroni. I don't think it's... I mean, like probably the big supermarket, but it's not common in small supermarkets. I've got orzo. Could you do it with orzo? I think orzo takes longer to cook. The Great Wave of Kanagawa, aka the Great Wave, was created in what century, please? That's question 35, and there are only 5 questions left in this second round, folks, and indeed the quiz. You're all doing terribly well. Can anyone beat those 19 points of the team that's near the top and I can't see? Revenge Cockatoo. Question 36. This is words. It is acronyms. Your acronym is radar. What does the D stand for in radar? Question 36. What does the D stand for in radar, please? That is question 36. What does the D stand for in radar? There it is. Meg Plant has shown us the Great Wave emojum. Ralph Searson suggests I go to Waitrose. I don't have a nearby Waitrose. I think there's one that's like a 40-minute walk away. This is a strictly Tesco and Co-op area. Shells would work like a conchiglie. Yeah, I can get conchiglie. Penne, I suppose, yeah. What pasta shapes can I get hold of? You know, like, so I'd say the basic ones here are conchiglie, penne, fusilli, orzo is pretty common. And then like spaghetti tagliatelle, lasagna. I think those are the ones. I tell you, the other orzo that I want to get hold of, I asked them at my local Italian deli and they didn't have it, is there's an Italian orzo coffee, which is like a barley coffee and it's non-caffeinated, and I've had it once in my life and it was bloody lovely. It's a really nice, like, late-night drink that I want. I've got a friend of mine who has located some in a health food shop and is going to buy me some and send it in the post from North London. Ridiculous. Can't wait. What does the D stand for in radar, please? Question 36. What does the D stand for in radar? Question 37. Question 37. The founding members of which band first met as freshers at University College London in Orientation Week in 1996, first forming a band called Pectorals, spelt P for Peter, E-C-T-O-R-A-L-Z. The founding members of which band met in 1996 at Freshers Week in Orientation, as freshers I mean, in Orientation Week at UCL, originally forming a band called Pectorals. The founding members of which band originally formed a band called Pectorals after they met at Orientation Week as freshers in 1996 at University College London? Lots of love on the penne as a replacement for macaroni. I was looking up the origins of macaroni cheese a while ago, and what I didn't realise is that it's originally a British dish, and it's one of the few culinary things we've exported that we're not roundly what's the word I'm looking for? Destroyed for. I mean, like, obviously there are a variety of Italian antecedents, but the first recipe was in a British cookbook from like the 16th or 17th century or something. The founding members of which band met at Orientation Week at freshers at UCL in 1996 is question 37. Question 38. Question 38 is brands. It's cars. Which car manufacturer makes a car called the Twingo? Twingo. Which car manufacturer makes a car called the Twingo? Twingo. Twingo or Twingo. Question 38. Which car manufacturer makes the Twingo? Hey there, Newton is a fan of gnocchi, or gnocchi as we used to call it. Can you get pasta in Penny Lane? Now, I have been to Penny Lane. I can't remember if there's a supermarket on it. I mean, there's probably a nearby supermarket. Question 38. Which car manufacturer makes the Twingo? Question 39 is literature. Literature. Who wrote the Gormenghast series of fantasy books? Gormenghast, Gormenghast. Who wrote the Gormenghast series? Question 39. Who wrote the Gormenghast series of fantasy books, please? That is question 39. Question 39. Who wrote Gormenghast? If you're not following the live chat, do, as the various famous artworks that are rendered as emojises are being shown off. Enjoy that. Who wrote the Gormenghast series of fantasy books? Is question 39 and question 40 our final question of tonight's quiz. Is current affairs? Current affairs. I tried to find us a good news current affairs question, but dear God, was it tricky. So this is the closest I could get. Researchers in Edinburgh have produced a new mathematical model to better predict what kind of natural disaster. Researchers in Edinburgh have produced a new mathematical model to better predict what kind of natural disaster, or so they hope. They haven't tried it out yet. Researchers in Edinburgh have produced a new mathematical model to better predict what kind of natural disaster, and that is question 40, and that is the final question in the quiz! Hey, that's it. Hooray! Boo, boo, boo. That was... I guess that was fireworks? Boo! End of the quiz. Question 40. I asked you, researchers in Edinburgh have produced a new mathematical model to better predict what natural disaster? I'm going to put some light on, folks, because you are now mostly lit by my computer. All right, everyone. Here are your round 2 questions again. Here we go. I'm going through them again a bit faster. Question 21. Which TV series featured Adrian Lester and Robert Vaughan as members of a gang of con artists? That's question 21. Question 22. What is 2,436 divided by 28? What's 2,436 divided by 28? Question 23. Is a beach volleyball court larger or smaller than an indoor volleyball court? Is a beach volleyball court larger or smaller than an indoor volleyball court? Question 24. Does Indonesia have a president, a prime minister, or both? Does Indonesia have a president, a prime minister, or both? Question 25. What type of instrument can be chromatic, diatonic, piano, or 6+6? What type of instrument can be chromatic, diatonic, piano, or 6+6? Question 26. What's the largest island in Asia? An island that is shared by 3 countries. What's the largest island in Asia? Sorry, I broke for a second. What's the largest island in Asia? An island that is shared by 3 countries. Question 27. Which Britney Spears song features Madonna? Which Britney Spears song features Madonna? Question 28. The Polish man L.L. Zamenhof is best known for inventing what system of communication? L.L. Zamenhof is best known for inventing what system of communication? Question 29. Which toy was originally called a whirlaway? Which toy was originally called a whirlaway? Question 30. The Water Lilies is a series of about 250 paintings by which French painter? The Water Lilies is a series of about 250 paintings by which French painter? Question 31. How many colours are in the South African flag? How many colours are in the South African flag? Question 32. Which figure from the Scottish Enlightenment is known as the father of economics or the father of capitalism? Which figure from the Scottish Enlightenment is known as the father of economics or the father of capitalism? Question 33. In Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds, who plays the main character, the journalist? In Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds, who plays the journalist? Question 34. Which merchant ship was found deserted but seaworthy near the Azores on the 4th of December 1872? Which merchant ship was found deserted but seaworthy near the Azores on the 4th of December 1872? Question 35. The artwork The Great Wave of Kanagawa, aka The Great Wave, is created by Hokusai was created in what century? The Wave by Hokusai was created in what century? Question 36. What does the D stand for in radar? What does the D stand for in radar, please? Question 37. The founding members of which band met at Orientation Week as freshers at University College London in 1996, originally forming a band called Pectorals with a Z? The founding members of which band met at Orientation Week as freshers at UCL, originally forming a band called Pectorals? Question 38. Which car manufacturer makes the Twingo? Which car manufacturer makes the Twingo? Question 39. Who wrote Gormenghast? Who wrote the Gormenghast series of fantasy books? And question 40. Researchers in Edinburgh. I think this was a collaboration between the University of Edinburgh and Harriet Watt. It's either Harriet Watt or Napier. It's one of them. Have produced a new mathematical model to better predict what natural disaster? Researchers in Edinburgh have created a new mathematical model to better predict what natural disaster? And that's all your questions. Hey, hey, ho, ho. This pub quiz has got to go? No. I don't mean that at all. So I am going to give you 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down! Pens down! Here come the answers to round 2. Question 21. Question 21. Which TV series featured Adrian Lester and Robert Vaughn as members of a gang of con artists? That was Hustle. Hustle. There's a show that they should bring back. That was a great show. Hustle. Question 22. 2,436 divided by 28 is 87. 87. Question 23. A beach volleyball court is slightly smaller. It's about a square metre smaller than an indoor volleyball court. It is, of course, harder to run on sand. I think that's why. Question 24. Does Indonesia have a president, a prime minister, or both? It has a president. President. Question 25. The type of instrument that can be chromatic, diatonic, piano, or 6+6, it's an accordion. Accordion. I think piano should have given you that. Piano accordion. Accordion. Referring to the buttons on the side, of course. Question 26. The largest island in Asia is Borneo. Borneo, shared by 3 countries. Borneo. Question 27. The Britney Spears song I was looking for is Me Against the Music. Me Against the Music. Question 28. Zamenhof invented Esperanto, the language. Esperanto. Question 29. The whirlaway, an early name for the frisbee. Frisbee. You can also have flying disc. Flying disc. Frisbee is a brand name. The generic name for that toy is a flying disc. And 30. The Water Lilies is by Monet. Claude Monet. 31 then. 31. How many colours in the South African flag? There are 6 colours in the South African flag. Red, blue, black, green, white and yellow. 6. Question 32. That figure from the Scottish Enlightenment I was looking for was Adam Smith. Adam Smith, father of economics or father of capitalism. Adam Smith. Question 33. The journalist in the War of the Worlds, Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds, is played by Richard Burton. Richard Burton. Question 34. The merchant ship I was looking for is the Mary Celeste. The Mary Celeste. Question 35. The wave created in the 19th century. Around the 1830s, I think. The 19th century. Question 36. The D in radar stands for detection, radio detection and ranging, in one of the worst acronyms in common usage. But detection is what I was after. 37. The founding members of which band met at that Freshers' Orientation Week? It's Coldplay. Coldplay. That was Chris Martin and the one who isn't Chris Martin. Coldplay. Question 38. The car manufacturer I was after was Renault, the Renault Twingo. Renault. Happy Bastille Day. Question 39. Gormenghast, written by Mervyn Peake. Gormenghast is written by Mervyn Peake. And question 40. Researchers in Edinburgh have created a mathematical model to better predict earthquakes. Earthquakes is the answer to question 40. And that is all of the answers for round 2. Let's go through all of them again a bit quicker. Question 21 is hustle. Hustle. 22 is 87. 87. 23, smaller. Smaller. 24, president. Present. 25, accordion. Accordion. 26, Borneo. Borneo. 27, me against the music. Me against the music. 28, Esperanto. Esperanto. 29, frisbee. Frisbee. 30, Claude Monet. Monet. 31, 6. 6. 32, Adam Smith. Adam Smith. 33, Richard Burton. Richard Burton. 34, Mary Celeste. Mary Celeste. 35, 19th. 19th. 36, detection. Detection. 37 Coldplay, that's Coldplay. 38 Runno, Runno. 39 Mervyn Peak, Mervyn Peak. And 40 Earthquakes, Earthquakes. Let's see how you're doing. So, Kimberly Billington asks, what was 38? 38 was Runno. The Runno Twingo. Let's see how you're doing after that. Recommendation to watch Leverage on Prime. If Leverage is on Prime UK, I'll have a look. I've heard about Leverage. My friend Matt recommended it to me a long time ago. If it's the thing I'm thinking about. Might not be the thing I'm thinking about. Sandwiches C doing about as well as my breakfast sandwich. My breakfast sandwich had a good life. It ran away, went and found itself a new adventure. I will not have my breakfast sandwich besmirched. I was so moved by my breakfast sandwich jumping into the river that I didn't make a second one. I was going to have the sandwich and a banana, but I just had a banana in its honour. And then I was quite hungry. So, round 2. Revenge Cockatoo got 18 in that round. Anyone else doing that well? 16 for Quarantinas, very good. 17 for Question Time. And, oh, that's Revenge Cockatoos. So it looks like top score in round 2, unless anyone's going to change anything. 19 plus 18 is 37. 37 is the score to beat there. Eileen says, greetings from Earthquake Country. Well, Edinburgh. Rachel says, I was moved and so was the duck. There seems to have been a narrative emerging that when my sandwich fell in the water, it bounced off a duck's head? I'm afraid there were no ducks. If there was a duck around, I'd probably have left it in the hope that the duck would have eaten it. Sadly, there was just a patch of water floating outside the boat where the sandwich had very clearly come from, and me on my knees fishing it out to put in a food bin. All right, folks. Very good. I gave you 30 colours from the Annie Sloan chalk paint catalogue, and I asked you to match the colour to the swatch. Here we go, the answers to the picture round. 1 point each. Picture 1, that colour is... In fact, I'm going to bring them up so that I can see them as I talk. Sorry to tease you like that. Picture round 147. I could just open it in my documents, couldn't I? But I'm not going to. I've decided on this course of action, and I'm going to follow it through, like my sandwich. Here they are. God, they're beautiful. All right, picture 1, that's called Pure. Pure. Picture 2 is Original. Original. Picture 3 is old white. Old white. And that takes us off the whites. It takes us into the only possible grey, which is picture 4, Paris grey. Paris grey. But then picture 5 comes in and muddies the waters. Well, what's that? That is French linen. Picture 5 is French linen. And picture 6, is there some kind of black? There's no kind of black, but there is graphite. Picture 6, graphite. And that is the first row. Picture 7 now. That one there is burgundy. Picture 7 is burgundy. Picture 8 is Emperor's silk. Emperor's silk for picture 8. I think of emperors as wearing something a bit more purple, but what do I know? Picture 9. Picture 9, that is Scandinavian pink. I'm so sorry. But picture 9 is Scandinavian pink. Because picture 10 is, of course, Antoinette. Picture 10 is Antoinette. Picture 11, that one is Primer Red. Primer Red. Picture 12, we're now starting to move away from these more into the browns, and that is Honfleur. Honfleur with an H. Picture 12 is Honfleur. Picture 13 is Cocoa. Picture 13, that's Cocoa. We have begun on row 3. Picture 14, that's Emile. Do we all get that? Fairly obvious one there, Emile. Picture 14. Picture 15, Emile's best friend, Henrietta. Picture 15, Henrietta. Picture 16, that one, which looks a little bit like a Spanish dove or pigeon, is Paloma. Paloma. Picture 17, starting to move into a different part of the colour spectrum, that is Old Violet. Old Violet. Picture 18, I assume Old Violet isn't named after a person. I think that's probably named after the colour. There's not just a person they call Old Violet over at the Annie Sloan offices. Here comes Old Violet with her colour. Picture 18 is Napoleonic Blue. That's Napoleonic Blue. 2 rows left, everyone. Picture 19, that's Greek Blue. Greek Blue. Picture 20, that's Louis Blue. Louis Blue. Which means picture 21 is Giverny, or Giverny, or Giverny, which is where Monet was from. That's why it gets the name, Giverny. Picture 21. Picture 22 is Aubusson Blue. Aubusson Blue. Aubusson, I guess. Aubusson Blue. Picture 23 now. That is Provence. Provence. Picture 24 is Duck Egg Blue. God, the blues are very popular, aren't they? Duck Egg Blue. Last row. Picture 25. Lem Lem. I googled and tried to find out why there was a colour called Lem Lem. No answer. Lem Lem. Picture 26, that's Florence. Florence. Picture 27, that is Amsterdam Green. Amsterdam Green. Picture 28, that's Antibes Green. Antibes Green. Picture 29 is Olive. You can see it, can't you? Olive. Which leaves picture 30, Chateau Grey. Oh, I'm sorry, there were 2 greys. Chateau Grey. Lots of chat coming in here. I'll go and have a look at it in a second. But let me go through all of those again. So, picture 1, original. Picture 2, old white. Picture 3, Picture 1, pure. Picture 2, original. Picture 3, old white. Picture 4, Paris grey. Picture 5, French linen. Picture 6, graphite. Picture 7, burgundy. Picture 8, Empress Silk. Picture 9, Scandinavian pink. Picture 10, Antoinette. Excuse me as I spill my water all over myself. Picture 11, Primer Red. Picture 12, Au Fleur. Picture 13, Coco. Picture 14, Emile. Picture 15, Henrietta. Picture 16, Paloma. Picture 17, Old Violet. Picture 18, Napoleonic Blue. Picture 19, Greek Blue. Picture 20, Louis Blue. Picture 21, Giverny. Picture 22, Aubusson Blue. Picture 23, Provence. Picture 24, Duck Egg Blue. Picture 25, Lem Lem. Picture 26, Florence. Picture 27, Amsterdam Green. Picture 28, Antibes Green. Picture 29, Olive. And picture 30, Chateau Grey. Let's see how you are all doing. After that, absolute belter of a picture round. I think that might have been our hardest picture round yet. Certainly up there. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love a spread of scores. This is beautiful. This is marvellous. So, the team to beat was Revenge Cockatoo, who were on 37. They got 13 in that, bringing them up to 50. There's another 50, though, for Sandwich at Sea, who got 24 in that. 22 in that one for Devonshire, for Wish Your Girlfriend Was Hot Like Me, bringing them up to 49. I love it. What a leveler this is. $21 for Team Timor Moore, also on 49. Is it going to be a tie-break? I mean, I don't have a tie-break question because that's complicated to do on live streams. What'll happen is you'll both win. No, if there's two of you, maybe I'll flip a coin. That's what I'll do. Oh! Hello! Trying our best and happy to be here. Have 22 points in the picture round, bringing them up to 51. That looks like it could be the winning score. Anyone else want to venture? We've still not heard from Piffling Vale GSA. Let's see. There's lots of chat coming in, including someone arguing that there's chalk paint cheaters. I don't think anyone cheated on this. Hey, well done for Devonshire win. We're Devonshire Wish Your Girlfriend, who know every shade of blue. So it looks like tonight's winners. I'm just scrolling down to check that nothing has changed. I think possibly Piffling Vale GSA have left. Oh, I've scrolled down to row 94. Oh, good. Okay, just scrolling down. Yeah. Top score 51. Congratulations. Trying our best and happy to be here. you are tonight's winners with 51 points. Woo! Marvellous! That's marvellous. How fantastic. And also congratulations to Sandwich at Sea and to Revenge Cockatoo for both coming in just under the wire there with 50. Bad luck, Revenge Cockatoo. The picture round absolutely shafted you. And very well done, Sandwich at Sea, for hoiking yourselves up on the chalk paint round. Beautifully done. But there's the matter, of course, of the best team name. And I'm going to give the best team name this week. There's no competition. It's My Shopping List is Making Me Hungry. Hooray! You win best team name. Well done, My Shopping List is Making Me Hungry. Folks, that's it from me. Do I have anything to reply to on the live chat? I don't think I do, because there's lots of people talking and I can't keep up with all of that. So thank you all so much for playing. I'm off to add salt to my disappointing stew. I will see you all next week, the 21st of July, for another pub quiz. Thank you very much, all of you, and good night.